Alright guys, so I watched the video that showed a gentleman had the same problem, the same shaking problem, and he thinks he figured it out. What he did is he flew his Mavic Air inside, didn't have any issues. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the issue because when I flew mine outside both times when I had that shaking, it was warm when I first started. I took the drone outside right from the house. The house is 68 degrees, took it outside, and within 5 minutes I launched it. And so I don't think that's enough time maybe to get those motors cold, but maybe it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly it inside right now. Hopefully this is the issue fix. Like I said, I calibrated the IMU, I calibrated the compass, I inspected the props. There's no cracks or anything like that on the props. The props are fine. And so hopefully this is the issue. Hopefully the cold weather is the issue. So let's give it a try. Well. So it looks like the Mavic Air does not like flying in cold weather. Just to be sure, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to let it cool off a little bit, so I'm going to get it back down to the 68 degrees that it was as when I started here. And, you know, just to make sure that the test parameters are the same, I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to let it sit there for like 2 minutes because that's what I did the last 2 times. And then I'm going to launch and see if that's the issue, if that cold weather is affecting those props that much or those motors that much. So let's go check it out. Okay, so I just brought it outside. It's been sitting out here for about 2 minutes, and let's see if it shakes. If it does, then we know that the cold weather is the issue. Alright, so there it is. It was shaking right at the beginning. So definitely weather has an effect on the Mavic Air, unlike the Mavic Pro that can fly in just about anything. The Mavic Air does not like cold weather, and neither do I. So I'm going to go inside right now and finish this video. Okay, so I'm glad to see that maybe my Mavic Air is not defective, and maybe some of you who are experiencing this, it's not defective. It looks like these things are not designed to fly in extremely cold temperatures. Now there's a couple things in the manual. It says that you should never fly these things below 14 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is one of the main reasons because of the battery. Now it does not mention anything about the IMU. But I got some messages here from one of my subscribers, one of my viewers. And it looks like he's basically a genius when it comes to drones. He builds like commercial drones, and he's like super smart. So I'm just going to read a little bit here from him. Basically he says an IMU is a wire only a few microns wide that is affected by the Earth's magnetic field. As the sensor rotates, the wire bends due to the magnetic field, and this is sensed. Temperature is the key influencer of IMU performance. Almost all IMU have an internal heating element to keep the IMU at the correct temperature. And then he goes on to say, my money would be on the IMU heating element not having enough power to get it warm. Too great of a temperature differential. So once the craft is warm, it would have enough power to keep it warm in most air temperatures. And so basically what he's saying is that the IMU on the Mavic Air cannot handle those extremely cold temperatures. Now, after you fly for a while, those oscillations go away because it warms itself up. And so I did that a couple times. I tested it out, and it still oscillated at first, but then I flew it around a little bit, and they went away, and I didn't have them anymore. And so at first the cold temperature affects the IMU, but eventually if you fly it, it's going to be okay. Now another thing that the manual says, and yes, I do read the manual sometimes. I know that I said that I don't, but I actually read it online. I don't read the paper because I like to save trees. But basically it says on there, this is designed to fly in normal to moderate conditions. It goes out of its way to say, do not fly this drone in extreme conditions. And so And I think that makes sense, you guys. We're not out to fly these things in hurricanes or tornadoes or blizzards or anything like that. Now, I'm going to be limited in some of the things that I can do when the temperature's like this, but I'm still going to test it out just because I really want to see how it does. Definitely the Mavic Pro can handle the cold weather a lot better. I've flown my Mavic Pro now for almost a year, and I've never had any issues regardless of the temperature or the wind or anything like that. So that's one benefit to having the Mavic Pro over the Mavic Air. Now overall, I do like this drone. I really love it. It's probably not going to replace my Mavic Pro, but it's definitely a fun little drone, and I'm going to learn more about it every time I fly it. So if you guys are experiencing those oscillations like I was and a couple of other guys, just know that it's probably due to the cold temperatures. So I was very relieved to find that out, and I hope that some of you that are kind of on the fence about the Mavic Air and you're kind of already dissing it from little things like this, just be aware that it's probably functioning just fine. Now, I'm still going to contact DJI to let them know about this issue, and just so that they're aware of it. And I'm guessing they're going to say you probably shouldn't be flying it then when it's that cold. But I still want to let them know that it's happening to some of us. So hopefully this experience taught you something. It taught me something. If you did learn anything from it, please click on that thumbs up, that like button, and also comment any questions that you have below. And finally, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and join us. I want to thank you guys for watching. And as always, fly safe and fly smart.